Happy Wednesday. Phil Lindemann with your midday news on Krystal 93. City of Boulder last night passed the most restrictive gun laws in the state. Multiple agencies report on 6 new laws for Boulder, including bans on assault weapons, extended magazines, and sale to people under 21 years old. City Council unanimously approved all 6. This comes 15 months after 10 people were killed and dozens were injured by a mass shooter at a Boulder King Soopers. 1 year ago, Governor Polis signed a preemption law that lets home rule cities and towns pass gun laws that are more restrictive than state laws. This paved the way for Boulder's new automatic weapons ban after a similar ban there was overturned by a judge weeks before the King Soopers shooting. Sheriff Jamie Fitzsimons on gun laws and safety right here in Summit.
You are more likely to get traction dealing with your local elected officials because as you go up the food chain, you're more than likely going to talk to somebody's staff as opposed to that person, where your local elected officials are reachable and should be held accountable.
Colorado is one of 7 states with a preemption law. Laws in the other 42 states prevent local governments from banning firearms. Dillon Town Council is deadlocked on naming a new member. Council interviewed 5 candidates last night to replace Steve Milroy. After 2 informal polls, Council still could not agree on a candidate. Discussion continues. The new council member serves through August 2024. A jury in Clear Creek County vilified Shannon and Stacy Kent, finding them not guilty of corpse abuse for leaving a body unattended at their Silverthorne funeral home. That case is 2 years in the making, moving to Clear Creek after mistrials in Summit. The Kents now face similar charges in Lake County, where Shannon Kent once served as coroner. Dillon police saw an uptick in warrant arrests last month, including felony arrests, and one person who was wanted for 5 years. Dillon PD is otherwise just as busy as last year, with high rates of DUI, traffic tickets, and traffic warnings. COVID-19 is hitting Summit locals as hard as during the holiday surge. 1 in 5 local COVID tests are coming back positive, with an infection rate of 212 per 100,000 people. The CDC now considers Summit medium risk for COVID infection. Face masks are recommended for high-risk people. Hospitalizations remain low, and symptoms are mild. Eagle County and most of the state are suffering a similar spike. Summit's rise to medium risk is based on wastewater testing. State and local utilities are now testing for COVID particles in sewage. Officials say it is just as reliable as saliva testing and easier. They can test at one source rather than rely on self-reporting from hundreds or thousands. Local fire danger remains moderate today with no fire restrictions. In sports, the Rockies beat the Giants yesterday 5-3. Today, the Rockies face the Giants again at 7:45. And in local sports, brought to you by Cassandra Schultz & Associates with American Family in Dillon. Today is the opening race of the Summit Mountain Challenge Town Series at Frisco Peninsula. Kids are leaving the start line at 5:15. The first adult divisions leave at 6:10. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.